welcome back to another video. This time I'm going to be doing a little bit of talking, but there is going to be drawing in the background, so yes. And today I'm going to be drawing about warm-ups and using reference, and I have a lot to say on both. So it's a good thing this video is a bit longer than normal because I'm not going to run out of time, so that's good. So, starting with warm-ups. Warm-ups are really important, and I don't think a lot of people do them. I hear people say, oh, I don't bother with warm-ups. And you don't have to, but I would definitely say just doing a few, warm-up drawings before you start like a really big illustration, it can really help you. In this video I'm actually doing anatomy warm-ups, and you can actually see a difference between the very first sketch and this one I'm working on now. You can actually see my lines are a bit smoother and I'm getting used to, getting back into drawing, because you can actually kind of forget sometimes, you might forget where, muscles are placed and everything, and sometimes it's just good to go back and just do a few warm-ups. And you will see a difference between your first drawing of the day and your last drawing. And it might even only be a small change, but your first drawing will look kind of stiff and not as fluid, where as you get going further on and do more drawings, you might find that, the lines are a bit smoother, the pose looks a bit more fluid. So yes, warm-ups, I think they're really a good idea for any artist, especially if you're still practicing, or, everybody's still practicing. It doesn't matter what skill level you're at, you always have to practice, or you forget. You might find that you forget how to do certain poses, or, whatever, stuff like that. And I've kind of lost track a bit of what I was saying, but, warm-ups, they're a good idea, and even if you can't do them every day, just say every now and then, say if you don't have time, just a few minutes just to practice, just to say test out your pens, whatever. And yes, so these drawings, these first batch I was taking about 5 minutes to practice, and the second batch 2 minutes, but I wanted to talk about the site I was using. And the site is Pixel Lovely, and it's a really good website. You can set up how long you want to do your drawings for, so it'll show you reference images every 5 minutes, 2 minutes, and if you want to learn to draw really fast, I suggest going for 30 seconds. You learn a lot by drawing fast, and it teaches you how to just simplify shapes, because that's an important thing, is learning how to simplify the human body, because a lot of people think they just have to dive in with really detailed anatomical structures with all the muscles, but really the best way, or the way I found it to work, is if I break down the human body into just basic shapes. So circles, squares. I usually go for more squarish shapes because I like the more angular look. I think it can look really interesting, with stylization and everything. So just breaking down the bodies into basic shapes can really help you. And that's what they do in cartoons as well. They will break down the body into, simple shapes. Each character will have their own individual shape. So some will be more square, some will be more round. And yeah, I find that has really helped me, so it might help you, the people watching. It might help you if you try and forget details for a bit and focus on shape. So yes, and this kind of branches into the reference of words. This kind of branches into the topic of using reference. Now, reference is really good, and lots of artists and illustrators say always use reference They say that, they forget, I forget. Because it's difficult to remember to use reference. I think you get this idea in your head that you have to remember it all by heart. And that is actually really difficult. Nobody can remember all that by heart, you know, where the pecs go, where hands, you know, fall, and, you know, everything where hands fall. That sounds weird. But yes, you know, using reference is not cheating, but just don't, you know, think you have to go solely on your own memory, you know, use reference. But on that note, it's not, say you have a very specific pose in mind, draw that pose out first without using reference, and then, you know, just a rough sketch, just really rough sketch it out first. You know, say you want an action shot, and then look up specific references. Say, oh, I want to draw somebody from the back. You look at back references. Don't just copy a reference completely. It's good, but you learn more by getting different references. So drawing your pose first and then looking at references after. You can say you want this action shot, but you don't like how the hands are positioned, so you look up a different reference for the hands. So I hope that makes sense. And I know it might be a bit difficult because I'm not very good at explaining this type of thing, but just try not to go solely on just references, just one. Look at loads, look at all different ones. So that's what I'm trying to get at, is just don't just go by one, go by lots. So yes, I still have like 10 minutes of this video and I don't really know what to say. But yeah, so this video, I'll talk about the video. This video, I'm not sure what I'm going for here. It's not so much of a tutorial, maybe slightly advice and talking about thoughts and stuff, but yes. Reference and warm-ups, I feel, are really important to like everyone. And I don't want to be like this person that says, oh, to get good you have to draw every single day, all day, because not everybody has time for that. Not everybody has like the motivation to do that, because motivation is very difficult. But if you can get into the habit of drawing daily, that is really good. But don't beat yourself up if you can't. But it's really easy. Sometimes you need a break, sometimes, you know, you're not having a great day. And if you want to just draw for fun, you know, just draw for fun. Don't make it a chore. Because when I do drawings, I am doing them mostly for fun. I know I do have to do more like work-based stuff, so I do have to like make stuff for conventions, but at the core of it I'm still having fun, and that's what drawing should be. Unless you're in a really, really, you know, aggressive job where, you know, you're in competition with everybody, you know, that's different. But for the most part, I think people are just doing it for fun, and that's always good, is when you can do something for fun and enjoy it. So yes. This is getting really a bit rambly because I still got a while to go, and I thought I had more to say on the subjects than I actually did. Turns out I'm not much of a talker. So on a kind of related note, I have started working on a webcomic, and I'll put a link in the description where you can go have a look at the teaser image. And I think I'm really excited about it. I don't even know what to say. I'm so excited because I've actually started working on pages. This is kind of why I wanted to do the warm-ups, because I noticed my anatomy is slightly lacking because I'm not looking at references when I should, and I think this is kind of why I made this video, because it's a reminder to myself as well to just look up those references, they're important. But I will mention a little bit about my webcomic. It's called We Lurk in the Woods, and it's about magical boys and girls. And if you don't know what magical girls are, they're kind of like an anime thing, like Sailor Moon. That's probably the best example, is Sailor Moon. But I haven't actually watched Sailor Moon. I only caught a few episodes when I was younger, but again, it still inspired me to make my own magical girl story. Well, webcomic. So I don't know whether I would start, because I want to ask you, the people watching, I want to ask if you'd be interested in me making kind of like one of those artist comic vlogs. I think it's called 100 Days of Comics. Now, I don't think I'd do 100 days. I'd probably just do more like webcomic vlogs and talk about how I'm getting on and show little previews. So if you'd be interested in that, please let me know, because I'm kind of looking at like all kinds of different videos to do. You know, I wanna do lots. I want to do art vlogs and all that, and you know, I do want to do not tutorials, but kind of like walkthroughs and processes. Because I have had more people asking for tutorials, and I still don't feel very comfortable, because obviously I'm still learning. I don't want to pass on my mistakes to you, and I don't want to be responsible for people. That sounds really odd, but I think it's hard to explain. But yeah, I think I talked about it before, where I don't feel ready to do tutorials, but my walkthroughs, my processes about doing stuff, I think I would be more comfortable doing, because I am not a teacher. I struggle with talking into the camera, talking to a computer screen. So I even get little jitters as I'm talking now, so I would not be good with tutorials, and I'm not good at teaching. I can only give my experiences and my tips, because the thing is, every artist is different. Every artist is gonna function different, they're gonna draw different, everybody has their own style. Even if you think you don't have a style, you kind of do, because your brain will process an object differently than somebody else, because you've got a different perspective on it. Everybody's, you know, different. You know, my way will not be someone else's way, and that's why I don't feel quite comfortable with tutorials, because I don't want to force people into doing it my way. You gotta do it your own way, if that makes sense. I'm sorry if that's a bit rambly. But yes. But I will be doing stuff on anatomy, not tutorials, but kind of like more like advice and stuff that helps me. So as I talked about in this video, you know, like breaking it down into shapes, that really helped me. And sometimes just drawing like a stick figure. If you notice, I start with a circle and then draw a stick for the arm or the back, and it kind of helps me fill out the rest of the body. So yeah, you know, I'm still kind of planning more, you know, videos and things things I can do for this channel, because I did notice that this channel has 1,200 subscribers, and I'm really amazed. I'm really excited, I'm really happy, and thank you to everyone that subscribes and comments and likes my videos. It makes me really happy, because YouTube is still really strange, but I'm enjoying it, and I do enjoy making videos a lot. It's just, you know, difficult finding the time and the right lighting and all that stuff. You know, because I want to put out really quality videos, and I think I say this in every video. I'm sorry. I keep saying it. It's because I really want to do it. So, yes. I think we're actually coming up to the end of the video now, so, you know, let me know what you think, let me know what kind of videos you'd like, you know, if you'd like that idea of the webcomic vlogs, because I have a lot to say on webcomics, because I'd like to document my experience with making one because I'm going for a really long-term project with this comic. It's going to be one of those like epic sagas, hopefully. And I think it would be really fun to document the process of my first few pages to like the end or something, I don't know. But the end is nowhere in sight, really. So, yes. And I will leave links in the description to the things I mentioned in the video, and as you can see now, I'm just kind of like putting all the poses together, you know, putting everything I'm drawing, and I'm actually really happy with how some of these drawings came out because if you notice, I kind of avoid drawing legs a lot, and I really need to stop doing that. I need to learn to draw legs because that's kind of like my downfall. Because I love drawing shoes. I absolutely love drawing shoes. So, and for that you need to draw the legs. So yes. So we're coming up very close to the end, so I'm going to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and you know, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope you have a really creative day and all good things. So thank you for watching, and bye bye.